Hey, folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Lewis Carlin. We're right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much for joining me again today. We are very, very close to 1,078 subscribers, 22 more to go, and we hit 1,000. So please, if anyone is not subscribed to the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network YouTube channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. On social media, you could catch me on Twitter at Shooting Up North. You can catch me on Instagram at Alliance PW Network, and feel free to join our Facebook group, Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. But again, if you're watching for the first time, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Okay, my buddy, my pal, RJ from the Ringside Rant recently interviewed Steve Macklin. First of all, check out Ringside Rant. Ringside Rant, great podcast. You could catch them on anywhere you want to get your podcast. You could catch them Apple Podcasts or on Spotify. Catch them on Twitter, Ringside Rant. But definitely check out Ringside Rant. RJ does a great job, and he did a great job here with interviewing Steve Macklin. So Steve Macklin actually. This article actually the article the interview was picked up by Fightful, and that's where I'm getting this information from. But definitely check out Ringside Rant. 100% great podcast. Again, Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, check out Ringside Rant. 100%. So Steve Macklin, while he found a home in Impact Wrestling, he told RJ from the Ringside Rant that he is free to venture elsewhere and that he's been in talks with New Japan Pro Wrestling. So this is a quote from Steve Macklin. It says, "I am signed to Impact Wrestling, but it is open to work elsewhere. I would just have to go through Impact. I have been in talks to try and get over to New Japan because that is one of my goals. Obviously, with COVID and all that, once that opens up more over there, um, we all talk in the locker room and find out what's going on over there and how things are changing, and just being patient. I'm in no rush. I'm very happy with what I'm doing right now. There is no overexposure. That's one thing in wrestling. A lot of fans for a long time were getting that overexposure to wrestlers, and you'd see the same guy over and over again. The one thing I feel wrestling is missing, those attraction guys, or being perceived as an attraction. You have to build that. You have to build that match. If you're not seeing that guy or girl wrestling consistently, that makes up for it in the long run. Steve Macklin had said. It also indicates that Steve Macklin is set to take on Jonathan Gresham. Again tomorrow. I'm sorry, on Thursday, Thursday Impact on Access TV. But Steve Macklin interested in going to Impact Wrestling. He's as he said, he's in talks with Impact Wrestling. I think Steve Macklin would be. I'm sorry, he's in talks with New Japan Pro Wrestling. I think Steve Macklin will be absolutely fantastic in New Japan Pro Wrestling. There's a lot of great challengers, a lot of great opponents for Steve Macklin that work great styles. I think that would really mesh well with Steve Macklin. I'm thinking right off the bat, Steve Macklin one-on-one against Tomohiro Ishii would absolutely be pure fire. Steve Macklin against Jeff Cobb, Steve Macklin against Hiroki Goto, Steve Macklin against Tetsuya Naito, against Shingo Takagi, Will Ospreay, Great Khan, Sonata. There's so many, Hiromu Takahashi, so many great opponents for Steve Macklin in New Japan, and I would really love to see him actually. The next Super Junior tournaments, I think Steve Macklin will be absolutely fantastic in. Absolutely fantastic. Of course, he said he would have to clear it through Impact. It doesn't indicate how long his contract is with Impact Wrestling, but he said he would have to clear it through Impact, and I'm sure Impact Wrestling would have no problem clearing or letting Steve Macklin work for New Japan Pro Wrestling, given the relationship that Impact Wrestling and New Japan Pro Wrestling has. It's a strong relationship. I feel, as we know, Jay White and the Gorillas of Destiny currently on Impact Wrestling TV. At the last set of tapings, and so we're going to see them quite a bit over the next few weeks on Impact Wrestling TV. So the relationship is strong, and I have no doubt that Impact Wrestling would definitely give Steve Macklin permission to work for New Japan Pro Wrestling in Japan. I know Josh Alexander would love to go over there as well. I'm not sure if he spoke with New Japan as well, but as we know, right here from RJ on the Ringside Rant, and again, check out Ringside Rant. RJ's a buddy of mine. Did a great job with his interview. Wherever you get your podcasts, RJ, the Ringside Rant, definitely check it out. But once again, Steve Macklin has indicated he's in talks to try and get over to New Japan Pro Wrestling. And again, I think it would be absolutely fantastic. El Desperado against Steve Macklin will be absolutely fantastic as well. I'm sure once these COVID restrictions ease up, and they're starting to ease up now, I have no doubt that we'll see Steve Macklin eventually showing up at Korakuen Hall, going one-on-one with Hiroki Goto. That would be absolutely fantastic. Okay, so I'll leave it at that for now. Um, Anything else breaks? Of course, I'm watching the news. Just want to run that past you guys. And again, anything breaks, I'm watching. I'll keep you updated. I'll be back. But until then, thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye. Stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye bye.